Excellent, brilliant. Let's get started. Up onto your feet to warm up. Excellent. Bring the feet together, then turn the toes out and the heels out to match to bring the feet to hip distance. Lift the toes, lift the heels, rocking backwards and forwards, nice and gently. Just find that center balance and place yourself there. Imagine that piece of string pulling and lengthening up nice and tall. Take the shoulders up, slide them down the shoulder blades, relax them down, shake out the arms to keep them there. Let's take the ear to the shoulder and stretch out the neck before we start. Hold it there for a moment. And bring the head back to center and bring the other ear to the shoulder. And back to center. Take the chin across to the shoulder and then draw a semicircle across the chest, nice and slowly. Use the weight of the head to stretch and reach out the back of the neck. And then back across the other side. And back to center. Good job. Let's get ourselves ready and set up. So one hand on the tummy, one hand on the lower back. Let's tilt just the pelvis. Wake up that lower back. Wake up those pelvis joints. So tuck that tailbone under and then peel it up and away. Try and isolate just the pelvis. Try and keep the upper body still. Try and keep the legs still. Slow it down a little bit at a time until finally that tailbone is headed down and most importantly the top of that pelvis is horizontal, and hold it there. Let's switch on those abdominals. Let's draw in the belly button towards the spine. Imagine that lovely wide belt. Pull it all the way to notch number 10. Squeeze and hold. Try not to switch the glutes on. Try and focus just on the torso and relax. Tighten the belt this time, notch number 5, squeeze and hold. And relax, and finally notch number 3, a gentle squeeze and hold there. Let's bring the pelvic floor in. So squeeze and lift those pelvic floor muscles. Imagine they're an elevator, take them all the way up to level 10 and hold it there. And then relax. Halfway up to level 5. And relax. And finally level 3, a gentle squeeze and hold. Good job. Now into the warm-up. Soften the knees as we bring the arms up, as we breathe in and out as we release. In and out. So it's in through the nose and out through the mouth. Last one here, and then just one arm coming up and over, reaching up and over. So reach down with this other hand and up and over with the top arm. Stretch and hold, and then release into the center, stretching out in the middle. Same on the other side, up and over. Imagine you're squeezed between 2 panes of glass, one directly in front, one behind. Keep it nice and tight. You can't lean forward or back. You can only come straight across. Back to the center. One more on each side. And lengthen. And one more here. Stretch and reach. Back to the center. Lovely. Loosen the hands, stretch with the fingertips held together and reach forward. Head up, eyes forward, reach ahead of you, stretch and open up those shoulder blades. Hold it there, try and develop the stretch, stretch a little bit further. And then relax into body, and then take the hands up above you, stretch and reach up towards the ceiling. And then relax them down to the shoulders and bring the shoulders down with you. Hands onto the shoulders, relaxing here as we move into shoulder circles. So just the shoulders to start with. Nice and slow, nice and steady, nice and controlled. Make sure that both of the arms are working together in parallel. And then let the elbows come in and allow the range of movement to increase, but keep the pace nice and steady. Good job. Last one here. Bring them back to still before we go in the other direction. Start small with just the shoulders, and then allow the elbows to grow that movement. Keep it nice and slow. Make sure the arms are working together. Last one here, and hold. Relax the shoulders, extend the elbows out. And we're going into our spine twist. So keep those hips glued forward, breath in through the nose. As we exhale, we spine twist, keeping the hips as our anchor point, just bringing the upper body. Then we hold it here and take a breath in and exhale back to center. Inhale to prepare, exhale to twist. Inhale, exhale back to center. One more on each side. Last one. Back to center here and relax the arms down. As they come down from here, we're going to bring them behind us to pulse. 1, 2, behind. As they come forward, the head comes forward, then turns to the other side. Pulse, pulse, over the other shoulder. Looking forward, looking over the shoulder. Just gently warming up the neck, as well as through those shoulder joints and opening up the chest. Pulse, pulse. Bring it forward. Nice relaxed shoulders. Let the arms just flow. Last one here. Relax and bring it back to center. Good job. Next, we're going to warm up the lower body. So we're going to start with just walking it out. When you're ready, we're going to step tap onto the other foot, step tap. Keep the supporting knee nice and soft. Then we're going to slow it down a little bit at a time. Start to challenge the balance a little bit more. And then this time, bringing it over into our balance. Step, point, hold. This might be enough, and if that's a challenge, you can bring the foot away and bring it back on, and for more of a challenge, bring that knee right up to right angles. Either way, keep the core engaged, use the hands out to either side to help you, keep the supporting knee with a little bend, and keep an eye on something in the mid-distance that isn't moving. Hold it if you can. If you need to bring the foot down at any point, then do, and then just return back with us. This time, bring the toe down, step across, and bring the other toe into the balance on the other side. Bring the knee up to right angles for more of a challenge. Bring the foot down, step across and release. Good job. So we're ready to move into our roll down and push up. So coming to the end of the mat, feet to hip distance. Neck up nice and tall. Imagine that piece of string pulling you from the top of the head, eyes forward. Breath in, engage, draw the tummy in, draw the pelvic floor in. Exhale, roll the shoulders forward, tuck the chin, and gently and slowly, especially with this first one, slowly roll down, one vertebrae at a time. Allow the arms to just hang freely. Try and release the head and neck and let them hang too. Enjoy that lovely stretch up the back of the legs. Then when you're ready, breath in, engage, exhale, roll back up. Focus on replacing one vertebrae at a time like building blocks. Nice and slowly, shoulders back and down, neck lengthened up and away, and again. Breath in, engage, drawing that tummy, drawing that pelvic floor, keep them engaged while we roll down. Release the arms, release the head. We want to use the weight of the arms and the head to stretch and open up between the vertebrae. This time we're going to walk the hands forward as we come into our push-up. So 2 options. Okay, so you've got all fours nice and square, elbows out to the side, flat back supported by that core engagement, and back up. For more of a challenge, walk the hands forward at least 1 hand length, then bring the weight forward, keeping the back nice and flat and supported until the shoulders are directly above the wrists again, and the same action here. Lower just as far as you can go down that you know you can control it, back up again, and again. And up. Then we tuck the toes under, walk the hands back, and then change the focus to that roll up as we come back up again. Breath in, engage, relax everything to hang first, and then slowly roll back up. Shoulders back and down, neck nice and lengthened. And again when you're ready, breath in, engage, exhale, chin to the chest, roll the shoulders forward. So we're mobilizing the spine, we're strengthening those core muscles, and we're working the upper body as we come down into that push-up motion. Choose your position. Make sure that core is engaged, that back stays flat. Don't let it sag, don't let it arch. It needs to stay extended and held as you go into that push-up. We do 2 more here. And sit back, ready for the next exercise. Well done. Just release off of the wrists, release the shoulders. Good job. From here, we're coming down onto the mat for our swimming. So we're going to swim on our tummies today. So we're coming down onto the mat. We're going to work on strengthening the core and the lower back, the lumbar spine. And to do this, we're going to have the forehead down on the mat, the hands and the arms extended nice and long, little finger is on the floor, and thumbs are pointing up towards the ceiling. The arms are extended from the shoulder, straight forward, forehead down on the mat. Legs are extended nice and long from the hips. We're going to take a breath in. We're going to engage the core. On the exhale, we're going to work with just the legs first. We're going to lift and lengthen one leg and lower. Same on the other side, lift and lengthen. So it's only coming to hip height, then it's coming back down. And again, make sure that tummy button is drawn up. Imagine there's a grape underneath it. Try and keep that grape intact. Don't relax that belly button, keep it engaged. Lovely, arms this time. So relax the legs, let them chill out. Here we go with the arms. Breath in, engage, lift and lengthen. So the head raises slightly with the arm, just an inch off the mat, but the eyes stay looking down. Then lift and lengthen on the other side. Now we're working, the head can stay up throughout the exercise if you can, or bring it down to rest if you can't. Lift and lengthen. Keep those shoulders relaxed so that they can really move. Try not to tense through. So you can either continue with just the legs or just the arms, or it's opposite arm and opposite leg at the same time. You choose. Breath in, engage, opposite arm, leg, lengthen, and then control the lower back down. And again, lengthen and lower. Keep the head raised if you're comfortable with the exercise. And again. Control those lengthened limbs all the way up and control them all the way down. Keeping that belly button drawn up off the mat. Keep the pelvis and the shoulders stabilized throughout. So don't let them twist and tilt with you. Keep the pelvis flat and still, and the same with the shoulders. Last one here. Lift and lengthen and lower, and then relax the hands underneath the head. Turn the toes slightly in towards each other to relax the legs as well. Whew. Nice exercise just to get that core started and get that lower spine engaged. Good job. Now we're going to push some effort into the legs, okay? So we're going to work on the one leg kick. You're going to get some benefit of a lot of work to strengthen the top of the legs through these hip flexors, and we're also going to work the hamstrings and the shoulders as well. Okay. So to start with, we get to chill out for a moment, pop the head onto the hands still. Relax here, I'm just going to keep mine up so you can hear me. Lengthen the legs nice and long. And then very relaxed right the way through the body. We just gently pulse the foot up. 1, 2, and lower. Lengthen, control as you lower. And the same on the other side, nice and relaxed. 1, 2 pulses, and then lower it back down. Same again on each side. 1, 2 pulses, and control and feel your way as it lowers back to the mat. Same on the other side, and lower. Nice and easy. Okay, so now into the full exercise. Elbows directly underneath the shoulders, forearms nice and straight, thumbs up, little fingers down on the mat. Shoulders back and down. Relax those shoulder blades down, lengthen the neck up and away. Eyes are looking towards the fingertips. From here, breath in, engage, draw up, and then tilt the hips up. Keep the pelvis nice and stable, nice and horizontal, and keep the pubic bone pointing down towards the mat. I'll just show you again, little twist up, lift of the front of the hips, keeping the pubic bone pointing down towards the mat. Relax through, lengthen through the body to hold those hips in place. Now just holding here might be enough, okay? Breathe through and keep with the hold. If you want a little bit more of a challenge, then bring those leg kicks back in. 1, 2 pulse, and control it back down, but don't let the hips drop with the leg. Up and kick. 1, 2. Keep those hips up as you lower the leg. Again, just find your way with the exercise. Choose the level that works for you. Use the breath. Breath in, exhale. And lower. In. Exhale to lower. Into pulse. In, in. Exhale to lower. In. Lower. You should feel those hip flexors working. You've got to work really hard, really strengthening them to hold those hips up in place. Last one on each side. Relax through the shoulders. Last one. Pulse, pulse. And lower and come down. From here, we're going to move back into child's pose to stretch this one out. Stretch out those hip flexors. So bring the feet together, take the knees as wide as they'll go. Walk back with the hands. Once you've sat back, stretch and reach forward and relax in that child's pose. Hold it there for a moment. From here, we're going to bring it forward for the leg pull prone and into the down dog if you want to, but it's up to you again which level you want to go and how you want to flow. So to start with, anybody with problems with the wrists or the shoulders, then bring it down and do the exercise from the mat here, elbows directly underneath the shoulders, forearms nice and long, and lift from the waistband and hold it here, okay? That's for anybody with any issues through the wrists. Everybody else, you're coming with me. Okay, so we're coming onto all fours and we want to come right to the front of our mat, just to make sure that when we extend the leg nice and long behind us, we've got enough for the toes to grip onto. Find that nice square position to start with. Make sure the back isn't sagging here, arching. So engage the core, lengthen, pull the top of the head away, push the hips towards the wall behind you. When the core is nice and engaged, keep the shoulders relaxed. Step back with one foot, get a nice grip with that toe, push the heel away behind you as you extend and bring the lift to the other leg. And then extend and lengthen to make sure those hips are nice and low. Again, push the hips backwards, push the heels down to the floor behind you, and lengthen the top of the head. So the more you lengthen through here, the easier it is to hold the position. But ultimately, yes, it's that core strength, that tummy button drawn in, that pelvic floor engagement that's going to help you to hold it. When you're ready, we're going to release out into down dog. I know it doesn't sound like an easy alternative. Push the hips up and allow the head just to drop just to between the arms as we push the heels down towards the floor behind us. Now this allows us a nice opportunity here to then bring ourselves back into that position. So engage the core. Feel as you come down, lower the hips, and then extend the head. Push the heels back away. Make sure that the shoulders are back above the wrists and hold it if you can. Breathe. Might be a bit of wobble going on, that's all good. So all those muscles firing up and strengthening. Into down dog again. Heels down, hips up. Hold it here, pushing the heels down. Enjoy that lovely stretch. And then control, engage the core before you come back into that leg pull prone. And I promise this is the last one. Breathe through. Try and relax through the shoulders. Lengthen from heels to the top of the head. Make the body as long as you can. Last 3, 2, 1. Knees down, toes released. Come back into child's pose to stretch it all out. Open up the knees and relax down here. Well done. Really good effort. Relax down there. Good job. When you're ready, we're coming back to a seated position this time. We're going to work on the spinal mobility now. Rather than strengthening, about mobilizing and flexing that spine so it can really work for us. Okay, so we're going to work on rolling back. So if you're going to have a go at the rolling, make sure you come to the end of your mat so you've got plenty of space behind you to roll back on. I'll take you through the alternative as well, which is the seated balance, okay? Rolling doesn't suit everybody. I always say give it a go and see how you get on. So we start with the feet and the knees at hip distance. Make sure there's a gap between them. Sitting up nice and tall, pulling up that piece of string, lengthening up. So if you're not rolling back, let's work with the seated balance. You can all come and have a little go at the seated balance first. Breath in, engage, tilt the pelvis back, pop the hands underneath the knees, and then just gently walk the feet back, curl the spine, make a nice curve, and then gently bring yourself to that balance point where the feet can balance just above the floor and hold it here. Now, if you want to work in the seated balance, a really, really good step on for this, the next level, is to add those leg extensions, one leg at a time. We lengthen and return. Just take the hand away to allow it to lengthen and return. Much more challenge to keep the balance and also to find the strength to lengthen that leg and bring it back while that hip is anchored there. Okay, so carry on if that's your seated balance workout. If you want to take it into the rolling, same position, but bring the hands just in front of the shins here. Relax through the shoulders. Remember, you've got to make yourself into a nice curved shape to get the best out of the roll. Breath in, engage, curl the pelvis, curl the back, tuck the chin, roll back, and give yourself just enough momentum, ideally, to come back up with the feet still hovering off the floor. But again, it comes with practice, so bring the feet down and reset if you need to. In your own time, breath in, engage, tilt the pelvis, relax the shoulders. You need the movement through the shoulders to allow you that flow to roll back and down. And then as you come back up, sitting up nice and tall, then curl again. So this is about control. It takes time, it takes practice, but your aim is to have full control of the movement throughout. Last one here. Breath in, engage, curl, roll, sit up nice and tall, and then relax. Place the feet down and fold forward over the knees and relax and stretch it all out. Allow the head to just drop between the knees. Feel that lovely stretch of the spine as the head comes forward. Good job, everybody. Well done. So from here, we're going to move into the abdominal preparation exercise, and we're going to work on adding the arm circles. So we're really working on improving that neck initiation, being able to curl and lift the neck from the floor without ending up with too much stress and pressure through the neck and shoulder through tension, okay? Know that you have the strength, you have the flexibility. We're going to build on it as well, so if you don't have it there, we'll build on it with these exercises. So we're coming down onto the floor, ready to work on those arm circles. Okay, so again, you've got different levels for this exercise depending on where you're at in your Pilates journey. So to start with, everybody, relax your shoulders down, tuck the shoulder blades down underneath you, extend the arms nice and long by the side of you on the mat. Make sure again the feet and the knees are at hip distance. The feet are tucked near towards the bottom. So from here, we're going to take a breath in. We're going to engage the core. We're going to think about shortening the distance between here, between the ribs and the hips. That's our goal. We're going to shorten the ribs towards the hips. If we tell ourselves this is what's happening, these are the muscles that are going to do that shortening, it's not the neck, it's not the shoulders. Those abs shortening that's going to lift the head and shoulders. Okay, breath in, engage, squeeze the ribs towards the hips, and the head just happens to drift up with you. Extend the arms nice and long and hold it here. Look through the knees, and then breath in, little breath, and then exhale and lower. And relax the shoulders down. And again, breath in, engage, ribs to hips, squeeze and lift. Hold, breathe, in, exhale and lower. And try and control the lower. Try not just to flop back down again. Every time you come back down, if you are really holding that tension in the neck and the shoulders still, then just release the head side to side in between each lift, just to relax them. Breath in, engage, squeeze and lift. This time when you're up here, if you want a little bit more of a challenge, work on that strength. Focus on those abs, holding those abs as we circle the arms up to the ears, round and lift. Breath in, exhale, circle and lift. Breath in, circle and lift. One more here. Circle, lift, hold, look through those knees, and then lower and relax. Keep the abs engaged all the way down. Then relax the shoulders, relax the neck, and everybody just gently roll the head side to side. Good job. Good job. So that's the prep done. Let's get into the 100 then. So relax the neck and shoulders, arm nice and long beside you. So again, you've got two options here. Breath in, engage, curl up, relax. Think about those abdominals, shortening the ribs to the hips. Hold it here, relax through those shoulders. Don't straighten and stretch through the arms. Keep a gentle bend and gently pulse the arms as we look through the knees and we hold it here. Now that might be a small hold just for a few, and then bring it down and go again. Or you might want to keep it here and keep working. Your level 2 is one leg at a time, up to right angled knee, then bring the other one with it and continue. Breathe. Keep those shins parallel. Try and relax the neck, try and relax the shoulders. Don't stretch with these arms. Just let them gently beat up and down. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower. So we lower down the arms, the neck and the shoulders. And then if we've got the double leg lift, make sure the core is engaged before we gently bring down the legs, one at a time. And stretch it all out. Full body stretch, nice and long. Well done. Arms up above you, legs away from you. Stretch and reach. And then relax here. Just let the muscles relax. Good job. Well done. Well done. Gently bring one knee into the chest and give it a little squeeze. Just release off those lower abs. And then switch it over. Other leg in. Other leg nice and long. Well done. So we've got one more exercise here. So again, we're going for mobility and that strengthening as we move into the bridge when you're ready. Again, relax the shoulder blades down underneath you. Extend the arms nice and long by the side of you. Feet are at hip distance, gap between the knees. Feet are nice and close towards the bottom, and when you're ready, breath in, engage, tilt the pelvis, curl the pelvis up, up, up towards the head when it won't go any further, then start to peel and lift the spine one vertebrae up at a time, pushing the hips up, up, up towards the ceiling, keeping them nice and flat, keeping them nice and parallel. Hold it there. Imagine you've got a spirit level right across those hips. You've got to keep it level at all times. When you're ready, take a deep breath in, and as you come down, exhale and replace the spine one vertebrae at a time. Imagine each one has its own individual pocket to go to on the mat, all the way down to that tailbone. As soon as the tailbone finds its spot, then we bring it back up again. Curl the pelvis first, and then peel and lift, thinking about that spirit level. Keep it level, keep it level. Push, push, push with those hips up nice and tall. So we've got a lovely straight line between the knees and the hips and the shoulders, and a gentle curve in the neck. Hold it here. Now, if you want to challenge your bridge a little bit further here, then let's add the heel lifts, okay? So start with single heel lifts. We lift one heel away, keeping the toe on the floor, and we lower, but we don't let the pelvis tilt. We keep it still. Heel and lower. And we do two on each side. Heel lift and lower, and heel lift and lower. And then we bring that spine down, work on that flexibility, that mobility, separating the vertebrae. They often like to get bunched up, they hang about in gangs. This is a fantastic exercise for giving them some freedom, separating them out. And again, when you're ready, curl and lift each vertebrae off of the mat. The single heel lifts is a little bit easy. Then add the double heel lift, so two heels together. This has different challenges. So we haven't got so much of a tilt. This is about being able to lift those knees directly up at the same time. And again, two, and then bring that bridge down. So I want you to do two more bridges with whichever addition is working for you. Breath in, engage, tilt the pelvis, curl. You might just want to work on the bridge as it is, just curling up and down, working on that mobility. Whichever level that you're working at, as and when you come down and you finish, draw both of the knees into the chest and give them a good hug. Don't rush to finish if you're still working. From here, release the knees just a little way from the body and glue the feet and the knees together for a change, and gently place the hands on top of the kneecaps. And then all as one unit, gently circle, keeping the shins parallel with the ceiling, circling just above the hips with the legs. Just cooling down and stretching off those hip flexors and those lower abdominals. And take it in the opposite direction. Lovely. Hold it here, relax the hands down and bring down one foot at a time. Lovely. Extend nice and long with the legs forming. Now we're going to stretch through a little bit further through that hip flexor, through the hams and the quads. So we're gently going to bring a nice straight leg up towards us. Just bring it as far as you can. You might find this works for you, and just hold it there for the stretch. Point the toe and stretch through. You might find that you can bring it slightly further up, and if you want to grow the stretch a little bit further, then gently curl up those shoulders and just walk up the leg just a little way. Stretch and hold. And then walk the hand back down before allowing the leg, wherever it's at, to lower. Same on the other side. Lift and lengthen. And if you want to curl up and walk through, then you can. Walk the hands back down, lengthen the leg, back down to the mat, nice and long. Good job. Then bend one knee and tuck the foot against the knee on the other leg. Bring the hands up above you and open them out to the sides. Then gently roll the raised knee across the other leg and then take the head in the opposite direction. Enjoy that lovely full spine twist. And just breathe through here. Deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Then gently roll the hip back and switch legs. Tuck that foot next to the knee before we roll it over, and then turn the head in the opposite direction. Try and relax into the stretch. And gently roll back to center. Bring the arms in and then into full body stretch. Stretch the arms up above you and the legs away. Stretch nice and long and then take it out into a small star shape, just the width of your mat. From here, stretch and reach the hands, stretch and reach the feet away, and allow the spine to arch and lift from the mat. And then relax down, relax the arms, relax the legs, allow the spine to relax into the mat. And again, stretch, reach, arch, and relax. And again, last one here. Stretch, reach, arch, and relax. From here, gently relax the arms down as you bring the feet a little bit closer towards each other, and just find yourself a nice, comfortable position on the mat. Feel all those amazing muscles we've worked relaxing down into the mat. Take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. And just take a minute to totally relax. When you're ready, take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Bring the thoughts back into the room and slowly make your way onto your side. Deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. When you're ready, make your way onto all fours. Make sure the knees and the feet are at hip distance before you tuck the toes under, walk the hands back and slowly roll back up the way we came down. Shoulders back and down, neck lengthened up, nice and long. Come to the middle of your mat and arm circles to finish. Knees nice and soft as we take a deep breath in to come up and out to circle. In and out. Last one here, bringing it up onto your toes to extend the stretch, then bringing the hands and the shoulders down into the prayer. Give yourselves a big clap. Well done, everybody. Good job.